Hello everybody, it's Stefan Joubert here from the Stefan Joubert Guitar Academy, and in today's video I'm going to be speaking to you about having a set methodology of practicing and about sticking to the same materials over a long period of time. The reason I've made this video is I've seen with some of my students, we start on a subject and they would want to go to this subject and then go to the other subject and then go to the other subject and then go to the other subject. And what happens is, instead of us having a straight line to work towards, or a set type of map, although I don't work with a syllabus, it's a sort of, there is a sort of type of map that I've got in my mind of where we're going. Instead of following that map, which is essential, one or two students would ask me, can we learn a little bit of this and can we learn a little bit of that? Sometimes I allow that because, of course, I want my students to be happy as well. But more often than not, I say, okay, we can learn some of that, but let's get back onto the main plan of learning. And it's important in this video to discuss the importance of actually sticking with a set plan of learning. So when you set out to learn the guitar, one thing that you will probably want to do is you would like to learn how to play the guitar, because it's the reason why you've taken up the instrument. Unfortunately, in the beginning days, it's more about learning to play the instrument, and the playing comes at a later stage. These days, filled with so many, so much information from all over the world, one can just easily get sidetracked and lost in the process. So one of the things I like to do, and I like to do with my students, is to take them through the 5 pentatonic positions, get them to know their licks in those 5 pentatonic positions, and then to improvise that over the blues or over a rock tune or a pop tune and build up a repertoire of licks. So what typically happens is we get to position 1, everything goes fine. Position 2, it's fine. By position 3, a lot of my students would then also want to try this and that and the other, which is normal because, one has a curious mind when you're learning, and it's all part of the journey, and it's good to pick up a little bit of things here and there. But it is super essential that when you learn the guitar, that you have a set type of plan of where you want to go. It's essential for you to be able to learn the basics, to learn to pick well, to learn to fret well, to have the mechanics, the motor mechanics really nailed on the instrument, and then also to get your basic knowledge of the instrument, nailed. So, for example, that would include your pentatonic scales through the 5 positions, your blues scales through the 5 positions. That would include your licks, that's both your blues and pentatonic licks, which I see as a unit, through the 5 positions. We're speaking here more about improvisation guitar, rock guitar, some jazz guitar, some blues guitar. If you're doing classical guitar, there would be another type of road as well, which would include more reading as well as playing various nice little pieces at a different level. After that, what one would need to do is to know your arpeggios. It could be the majors, the minors, diminished, augmented arpeggios throughout the neck, all 5 positions. Then one could go on to learning the minor 7th, major 7th, dominant 7th, minor 7 flat 5, and the minor major 7th arpeggios across the neck, as well as the chords. So there is a lot of geography of the instrument that needs to be studied. You also have to get to know the names of the notes, so know where all the B flats would be found on the instrument. It's very important to do that. So what I'm saying in this video is that you need to have a sort of map. That can change because I don't think things always has to be completely set, but there needs to be a more or less map that you work with. And you can ask your guitar teacher, what is the actual plan? Where are we going with it? What's the map? A good guitar teacher is not going to give you a complete map. He's probably going to say, this is more or less where we're going to go, but we may deviate depending upon how you develop, as well as your interests. Someone learning to play classical guitar, someone learning to play blues, someone learning to play folk is different for someone doing, for example, heavy metal guitar. So it also depends on your focus and what you want to achieve exactly. Like some students, they just want to achieve a very fast technique on the instrument, and one would then work on certain other aspects that you wouldn't do if someone just wants to have a very good overall playing and overall understanding of the instrument. So it's important that when there is a plan, that there's flexibility in the plan, because if it's too set, that will not work as well. But what I'm just trying to convey in this little video is in your own playing, just take a look at your playing, take a look at the way you practice, and just make sure that you work with your playing in a set way. You've got a good practice routine or methodology. So what I would recommend is, let's say you've got 30 minutes to practice. I would recommend doing 10 minutes or so of technical studies. Could be a right hand technique, left hand technique, could be a bit of both. And after that you want to be working on some knowledge of the instrument, which could include both scales, arpeggios and chords, and then some repertoire, which could also be improvisation. And then you're going to have some time just to have fun and play. I also want to encourage you to do at least 4 days of structured practice, and that would leave you with about 2 days of just jamming the instrument. So that is what I would like to share with you in this video. Make sure that you're keeping a straight line when you're working with your instrument. You're working on a straight, direct path from point A to point Z, and you've got, you know, not too many things that you're working on the side. Keep the same line, work on the same material. It's essential. Some of the greatest guitarists have spent 10 years working on the same, honing the same skills, and that's how they become great. So if you're deviating from the plan all the time, you will get that result as well. You've got to stick, you've got to stick with a set plan. And if you set out to learn, for example, jazz guitar, you just got to work on that and make that great. Okay, if you're a type of guitarist that want to learn many styles, that's fine too. But make sure that the essence of your playing, the things that are important, such as technique, knowledge, all of that, you've got a good set methodology, and you work on that on a daily basis. And if you're not working in a set way at the moment, and you find yourself just doing a bit here, a bit there, a bit there, try just for 2 months to stick to a set plan, just 2 months. And if you do that, I guarantee you'll never look back again. You'll always have a type of set plan, because you will see such progress in your playing that you'll be astonished. So I wish you the greatest of success in your guitar playing and your guitar journey. Thank you for listening to me. As always, please do leave a comment. Please do leave a feedback. Maybe you've got a few ideas on practicing, on developing. You can leave it in the comment section below. And have a great day, great evening, great morning, wherever you are in the world. We'll speak again in the next video. Goodbye.